Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural
between South Garner Titans
and now the starting lineup for the South Garner Titans. Number 2, Anaya Harris. Number 10, Tiana Mumphrey. Number 21, Joy McLeod. Number 32, Jasmine Bethel. And number 44, Taylor Bethel. Under the direction of Coach Wendell Holmes. And now, it's time for your Comets starting lineup. At point guard, the senior 5'2", number 3, Kyasia Washington. At guard, the freshman 5'5", number 4, Peyton Sharp. At guard, the freshman 6 foot, number 5, Dariana Howard. At small forward, junior 5'10", number 11, Alexia Watkins. And at guard, the junior 5'7", number 23, Mackenzie Hidegger. Under the direction of head coach Marlon Lee.
And Daniel Manzer with the player introductions for the Varsity Women Comets and the South Garner Titans. We're in a bit of a quick mode here because understanding that the JV girls team did not show up. So for that reason, we're quickly ahead of schedule. We normally go on the air at 6:30 with pregame tip-off at 6:45 for Varsity Women's. But PD Doris, we're starting early.
Yes, we are. It feels good in here. Good atmosphere here inside Jeff Adams Gymnasium. As we're ready for jump off here as the Clayton Comets be in the white home jerseys, blue numbers. Comets written across their chest with outlined in black numbers. And we have the South Garner Titans in the purple white jerseys and silver numbers. With the tip, the Comets.
You're on.
Okay, the Comets controlled and get the first points at the beginning of the game. Working right to left will be the South Garner Titans. Swinging to the left side, looking down low. Shot goes up, and it's air ball. Controlled by Hedinger. Hedinger working the left side of the court. Looking ahead. She works left side. It goes up with a right-handed layup, and it's good. Comets lead 4-0 just underway here at Jeff Adams Gymnasium. Bringing the ball down the court, working right side. As she loses it at the timeline is the South Garner Titans.
Quick game underway, 7:27 remaining here in the first period, and it's 4-0. Quick points being scored by the Comets early, PD Doris.
Yes, great transition basketball. Fast-paced, playing their own game here inside home. And the Comets come up with a steal. Was Howard. Howard coming across the timeline and working left to right. Looks like she wanted to tip that straightaway three. Pulls it out left side to Washington. Washington swings around the top of the key. Looking into paint. Finds Hedinger on the left wing. Hedinger pulls it all the way out. 7-minute mark here underway. 4-0 Comets lead. Working right side is Sharp. Back to Hedinger. Looking for something to open up. And she pulls up a three and is no good by Sharp. Long rebounded by Washington. Washington drives the paint right side. Puts up a runner. High off the glass. Coming down with it was Howard. 2 offensive rebounds right there by the Comets. And Hedinger with a three. And it's no good. Controlled by Harris. Harris hits it in the backcourt over to Bethel. Jasmine Bethel brings the ball up the court, looking right side over to Mumphrey. And the Howard steals the ball again. Second turnover by the Titans. And that was Harris with a layup. The South Garner Titans, 3 turnovers here just underway. That's their 4th turnover at the top of the key. And it was a travel by Mumphrey. Dariana Howard inbounds the ball backcourt to Washington. Washington approach down low, finds Howard in the right post. Howard push out Hettinger. Top of the key to Washington, back to Hettinger, looking down low, nothing. There's a turnover by Bethel. Bethel coming right to left, approaches the timeline, drives, and she loses the ball, falls down on it. Coming up with his Comets. Washington driving right side of the lane, goes up with a right-handed layup, and it's good. Comets lead 8-0. And
awesome.
That forces a timeout by the Titans. Wesley, great start right here for the Comets. 8 points, just 3 minutes away from tip-off here.
Awesome performance in the early going for the Clayton Comets. As you see Coach Marlon Lee talking to his players. You see on the top of the scoreboard as we are not only on the audio cast but video cast live on our Community Radio Network Facebook page. It is 8-0, and obviously they want to salvage something after their devastating loss to Garner Magnet Trojans on Tuesday night. Pete.
Yes, definitely a different type of basketball happening here inside Jeff Adams Gymnasium for the Comets. A whole lot faster start, as they lost on the road just 2 nights ago. That still reminds them in the back of their heads that the way they played the other night. They're definitely coming out tonight. They come out in inbounding the ball will be the Bethel. Bethel's backcourt pass over to Mumphrey. Mumphrey coming across the timeline, and it gets stolen. And it's Washington with a left-handed layup. Puts the Comets up 10-0. 5:40 left here. Bethel approaches the timeline, gets trapped off by Hettinger, and we have a blocking foul. And the first foul tonight is going to be against Hettinger for the Comets. Bethel will be inbounding the ball, far court, right in front of the Comets cheerleading squad. Inbounds it over to Harris, and it was out of bounds off of Harris. Comets will get the ball working left to right. Alexia Watkins will be inbounding the ball. Far side. Backcourt pass to Washington. Washington comes across the timeline, calls out a play, looks left side to Hettinger. Hettinger to Washington. Washington approaches the foul line, looks down low, swings it out to Sharp. Sharp with 3, and it's good.
What a job by Sharp. And she's a big three-point shooter as well, Petey Doors.
Yes, 13-0. The Comets lead with Sharp with the steal, and we have a whistle as she traveled. As a coach for the Titans is getting pumped up here. 4 consecutive turnovers every trip down for the Titans. Inbound the ball is Mumphrey. Mumphrey left side right in front of the Comets bench. Hands it frontal court to Jasmine Bethel. Bethel dribbles off her left leg, and they say it was off of Hettinger. And that's the Titans' ball. 5:08 left here inside Jeff Adams Gymnasium. I'm Petey Doris with Wesley Outland with your call for CRN tonight, the home of the Comets basketball. Bethel's inbounds pass down low, shot goes up, and she's fouled by Watkins. And that sends Tiana Mumphrey to the free throw line for the first time for the Titans. Mumphrey will be shooting 2. 5:06 left here in the first quarter. Your Clayton Comets lead the Titans from South Garner, 13-0. First free throw is no good by Mumphrey.
Great performance so far by the Comets here. Of course, they're coming off of that devastating loss to Garner, as we reiterated on in a very quick High-Q Energy Drink pregame tip-off, 75-26. And now Comets back up court trying to score again.
Hettinger brings the ball across the timeline, looking left side, looks down low to Howard. Howard pulls it all the way out to the corner baseline, hands it off to Hettinger. Hettinger left side over to Sharp. Sharp drives, penetrates, looks down low, finds Howard. Howard puts it on the floor, and it draws a whistle.
Just letting her know that she's at the wrong table. We can't sign you in. We're the announcer team. We are not the people that check in and check out.
Royal checking in for the first time off the bench for the Titans. Inbound ball. Inbounds by Howard. Howard to Washington as Howard travels. Bethel be inbounding the ball, working right to left. Coming across the timeline, picks up. Washington picks her up. Finds left side over to Mumphrey. Mumphrey back to Bethel, top of the key. The Titans haven't scored yet as it's 13-0. Midway here through the first quarter is Washington with the steal. Washington working left to right. 1-on-3. Washington goes up and she's fouled. And
whistle and a foul.
The freshman Mumphrey picks up the foul. Washington will head to the free throw line to attempt 2.
Got a good one going on here in Clayton right now. Comets are up 13-0. 4:22 in the first. And it's going to be Kaija Washington to the free throw line. She'll do 2, Petey Morse.
First shot by Washington, rims in, and it's good. Comets lead 14-0. Checking in the game for the first time for the Comets is number 12, Julie Clement. Spins the ball right side. Washington goes up, and she misses the second free throw. She splits the pair. Bethel comes across the timeline, looks for Mumphrey. Mumphrey left side. She pushes off as an offensive foul, and as Mumphrey picks up his consecutive foul for the Titans as she pushed to the floor. Julie Clement. 14-0. Your Comets lead here inside Jeff Adams Gymnasium. Watkins in the backcourt to bring the ball in for the Comets. That chest pass over to Washington. Washington comes across right side, looks left side over to Clements. Clements to Washington. Washington swings around the left side, waiting for something to open up down low as she's looking for Howard. Hands it off right side as Clement. Clement shots air ball. Rebound controlled by the Titans. And she stepped on the baseline. And it's going to be a turnover by Hillard.
Still in the early going, 14-0. 3:55 left to go in the first period of play here for Comets and Titans.
Clement bounce pass into Howard. Howard pushes it left side to Hettinger. Hettinger puts up a shot and it's no good. It's going to go with the Titans. And that forces
timeout.
The Titans forces the Comets to take a timeout. You're listening to Clayton's basketball on CRN. It's 14-0. Wesley, not a big start by the Titans here on the road tonight.
Quick radio timeout. We'll be right back in just a moment. Comets up in front, 14-0.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show is sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com. Carolina Security Consultants is your residential security consultants leader. Our security assessment is custom tailored for each project. Give Danny a call, 336-312-5326. Make sure to tell them 3 and Out sent you.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Comets on defense right now with a turnover was Bethel as she traveled at quarter court, just coming across the timeline. Watkins bounce passes the inbounds to Washington. Washington calls out a play, working left side, sends Hettinger and Sharp to rotate sides. Looking down low to Howard and is pushed back out to Washington. Washington finds Watkins at the top of the key. Watkins left side over to Clement. Back to Washington, back to Clement. Looking for something to open up in the perimeter and nothing's opening up. Forces the Titans to foul. Picking up the foul for the Titans is Taylor Bethel. As she pushed off on Watkins. Clement inbounds the ball, finds left side on the perimeter was Howard. Howard pushes out front to Washington. Washington drives or penetrate. Right side over to Clement. Clement bounce pass in is intercepted, picked up by Bethel. And we have a whistle jump ball. And the possession arrow towards the Titans.
It will be Titans ball, 14-0. Coming on the air a little bit earlier than what we had planned on. The JV Girl Titans did not show up.